So what is dependency injection? Dependency injection is a design pattern where object gets their dependencies from some external sources. Instead of getting those dependencies in their own classes, they will get it from some other place. For example, in our cases, we were having two classes. Both the classes are getting this dependency from the external, which is the I service provider. If I break down this dependency injection concept into two words, dependency means one object has a dependency on some other service or on some other object. Injection means we are injecting that dependency from outside. There are three main key players in this dependency injection concept. First is the service, client, and the dependency injection container. So what is the service? Let's open our file over here. This is the one that we are using to fix our problem. Here you will notice that service is this email service that we are using. The client is the client that is using them. This is the client that is using them. And there is the dependency injection container, which is this part. We will talk about this dependency injection container in upcoming video, but these are the three main players. So in this video, we are talking about this file-based applications, and we had to do some extra things over here. What will happen if I want to work on a web application? And now over here, I want to create a new application. Let's create a new solution over here. So this is my web, and here let's create dependency injection. This is my project name. The format of my solution is this slnx this time. The directory is this. So I want to store my data in this lesson 004 here over here. Now let's not focus too much on this Git. So I'll be using this .NET 10. And I'll be using this C# over here. This is the web API I want to use. Over here, let's just go to this advanced setting. I don't want to use the minimal API over here. I want to go with the controller approach. So everything is done over here. Let's just create this application and see what will happen. So see over here, one application has been created for us and the solution has been loaded. We are having this controller. This is the default controller that we always get. We don't need it. I can delete it. We don't even need this weather forecast class, so I can also delete that, add it, and this delete. Nice. So first let's create a service folder over here. So I'm going to right click on this name and a directory over here. So it is going to be services. Inside these services, let's create one interface and one class. So here I'm writing first this email service, and let's create one interface also over here, which is going to be this email service. Okay, so again, I can just copy the code from this place. So the email service, this interface is having this very minimum code over here. And let's just use this email service over here in this email service class. I can resolve this by using this approach. Now let's create a new controller over here. User controller. Okay, so this is using the MVC controller, but I don't need that. I need the web API controller. So here I'm using this controller base class, and I don't want to return this view. So I have to simply return the OK method, and I have to get the data. So I want to get this data from this email service class by using the dependency injection. So if I'm talking about this dependency injection concept, so I have to register them in the container, just like I did over here. This is the place where I registered all of them. Now let's do that. If I go to this Program.cs class, over here you will notice that we are having this builder.services. If I go over here and just see the type of the services, it is iService collection. Now we are again over here, and if I go to the definition of this services, see the type, it is again iService collection. So we can use this to register our dependencies. How can you do that? Builder.services.AddScoped method. Okay, so over here we were using this AddTransient. There are three main concepts over here: transient, scoped, and singleton. We will talk about them in next video, but for now just focus that we are using them over here. So inside this AddScoped, first I have to define my interface and I have to define my class. Let's not use the namespace over here like this. I want to remove it. I did. Now I will get the error. Let's fix that and import that namespace over here like this. And now we have to use this email service class in our user controller. So how to do that? Over here I can simply use this email service. Give any meaningful name to your service over here, and from here let's use this where result. We can pass some data over here. Instead of using this console.writeLine method, let's simply just return this value, so I can return it from my endpoint. Let's use the return type over here as the string. Here also I have to use this string now. So I have to pass two parameters over here. This is, let's say, my name, and what is the subject over here. So this is the subject and this is the body. Okay, now let's return it from here, result. That's it. This is how you can use this dependency injection in ASP.NET Core. Let's simply use the get method over here, and here we have to use that API controller, and I'll be using that route over here. Let's do that. Now let's just build this application again. Right click over here, build this application. See, the build is successful. Let's just run this application over here, and this application is running on this 5179 port. So I have to use the API and the user over here. This is the API, and here I'm using this user. Hit the enter button. You can notice that this is the output that we are getting. Email sent to Nitish with subject. This is subject. This is the data that we are passing from our this method over here. So this is how we can use the dependency injection in ASP.NET Core. And remember, over here we haven't installed any extra package. Everything is given by this ASP.NET Core built in. Now there are so many concepts. We will talk about all of them in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching.